The Inferno difficulty of Capcom's Resident Evil 3 Remake is amongst the hardest of all Resident Evil games, with super fast enemies, an immense lack of resources, and a final boss fight that will one-shot you with any of its attacks. So I tried to complete a challenge that few had attempted and even fewer have completed. I tried to beat Resident Evil 3 Remake on the Inferno difficulty without taking any damage and without saving the game a single time. So that means if I take any damage at any point of the run, I would have to start from the very beginning. Pointing out the obvious, however, the poison damage that Jill takes when infected from the Drain Deimos is unavoidable and is allowed in the run as it's a scripted event. To make it crystal clear whether or not I take damage, I will be using the speedrun tool which shows how much HP I have. Jill and Carlos both have 1200 HP, and if that drops even a single point less, I would have to restart the run. If you want to watch just the gameplay or the unedited stream VOD, head on over to my VOD channel, the link will be in the description. After launching the game on the Inferno difficulty, I spawn in Jill's apartment, and before we get to the meat of the run, I need to reach the helicopter on the rooftop. I trigger Nemesis to spawn, escape the apartment, and meet up with Brad. I grab the G18 handgun, run past this zombie in front of the door, and meet up with Dario, which was nowhere near as good as the original. I grab the handgun bullets, dodge the zombies that come out of the elevator and into the car, go vroom vroom into Nemesis, get saved by Carlos and reach the train. This is where the run really starts. Step 1. Extinguish the fire outside the garage. Reaching the subway, I pick up both the Lightning Hawk and the hip pouch, and if you don't know, these items spawn here on Nightmare and Inferno difficulty. Encountering the first zombie, 4 shots to the head and it will fall down, finishing it off with a couple more bullets. Into the alleyway now to pick up the flash grenade, and I bet most of you thought that I would be using the flash grenade here to get past all of these zombies. Well, not round here, partner. I lure all of the zombies back to the starting area, leaving usually only 1 or 2 left in the alleyway. Right, come on fellas, come on. What is he doing going over there? I mean, it's fine, because I'll just dodge him. And I'll dodge this one. I dodge the last alleyway zombie, pick up the handgun bullets from the cop car, and use the explosive barrel to destroy the 3 zombies that spawn after the cutscene. Moon's Donuts is closed on the higher difficulty, so I need to go up the stairs and to the right to progress, heading to the rooftop first to pick up some gunpowder. Entering the pharmacy storage room, I open the safe using the code 937 to get the G18 red dot sight, and open up this drawer for more gunpowder. The next room has a very awkward zombie that I just kill using the Magnum to save a lot of hassle. And the same for the next 2 zombies. I get a 2-for-1 with the Magnum, but the tentacle head doesn't take the usual amount of damage, so I have to finish it off with the handgun. Thank God that was a crit. He took like 10% damage from that. I kill the zombie outside the drugstore with a few handgun bullets and go inside, picking up a high-grade gunpowder, a fancy box, and some more handgun bullets. I can then head to the substation, picking up the grenade from this body, and then the all-important fire hose. I then head to Moon's Donuts to pick up some handgun ammo, more gunpowder, and kill the zombie that's blocking the door. But I don't go through the door just yet. There's many zombies walking around out there. Even though there is a generator I could use to stun them, it's not 100% consistent, so to avoid the risk, I head back to the alleyway via the rooftop and put out the fire using the fire hose. Step 2. Restore power to the subway. The next big step is to restore the power to the subway, but there's a couple of things that I need to do before I head to the substation. So I grab the bolt cutters and start heading back to the main downtown area. First stop is the cigarette store, where my dad was last seen 20 years ago. I open the store using the bolt cutters and pick up the high-grade gunpowder. Next, I go back to the rooftop, through the storage room, and to the side alley, killing the zombie on the floor, picking up a few items, mainly a fancy box and a hand grenade, before being ambushed by 2 tentacle zombies. I take the first zombie's leg out with the Magnum, slowing it down. I then wait for the 2 of them to group together, use this barrel, and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. With all the important items collected in the downtown area, I can head back to the garage and start making my way to the power plant. Onto the back alley now, which has a couple of dogs. I shoot the first dog to stop it in its tracks, allowing the second dog to catch up and making it easier to stun both of them with the generator. I then kill all 4 of the tentacle zombies by shooting them 3 times in the back of the head, and finally making it to the power station, which has 3 zombies that need to be taken out. I grab the lockpick and open up the gate to the area filled with bugs. And this cutscene is the only place I take damage. It's a scripted event and cannot be avoided. I cure the poison using the green herb and pray to the Resident Evil gods for a safe passage. The first bug can be dodged consistently, and if I turn around and look at it after the dodge, it will always run away. I can then safely activate the first generator and pick up the fancy box. Now this is where the area becomes the worst part of the game. A bug can be hiding on every corner, multiple of them even, so I have to keep my eyes wide open and play this as safe as I can. Don't go to the right, you Oh. We're gaming. Step 3. Return to the subway after correcting the tracks. Before leaving the power station, I put a couple of items in the item box and also pick up some gunpowder and some handgun ammo from these lockers, before heading back to Substation Road. Now it's time for multiple Nemesis encounters. The first one I deal with safely, by using 2 Lightning Hawk rounds to bring it to its knees. A hand grenade for the 2 zombies. I can then wait by the generator for Nemesis C to stand up. Stun him with the generator, dodge this zombie, and use the Lightning Hawk to force my way back into the garage. Back to the main downtown now, where I drop these 2 zombies with the handgun, allowing me to have a little more room to breathe, and then start running away from Nemesis. I stair skate down the stairs, giving me just enough distance to dodge his attacks, and then get really close to this generator before shooting it, stunning myself and Nemesis. This does not do any damage to me, so don't worry, the challenge is still good. Through Moon's Donuts I go, and dodge the 2 zombies standing outside the subway office. I equip a grenade just in case the tentacle zombie is standing there in the hallway. Thankfully, it wasn't, and I was able to save the grenade for later. Into the control room, where I select the correct train route and open up this locked box, which contains some shotgun ammo. And you might have been wondering why I haven't picked up the shotgun yet, or if I even will. Well, if you didn't know, once you've changed the subway track destination, the enemies that were in the office will despawn, allowing me to grab all of the goodies safely without any risk. So I grab a grenade, a high-grade gunpowder, and the all-important shotgun. Time to leave the subway office, stunning these 2 zombies with the shotgun for safety, and going back into Moon Donuts for the last time, not forgetting to grab the grenade from this locker. Skipping the cutscene, I allow Nemesis to walk towards me and delay my shot. This allows the tentacle zombie that's also in the fight to get close enough to be stunned by the generator. I grab the high-grade gunpowder and run back towards the alleyway, making sure I look at the floor so Nemesis doesn't jump in front of me. But when I approach the alleyway gate, I look up, forcing Nemesis to jump down in front of me and making it easier to dodge. I then look at Nemesis while going through the gate, and this will prevent him from doing the tentacle grab attack. From here, I can easily dodge the enemies in the alleyway without having Nemesis trouble me. Returning to the subway station, I can organise my inventory, use the 3 jewels on the Clock Tower Monument puzzle, and get a hand grenade, the tactical stock for the shotgun, and a hip pouch, before opening up another locked box containing some shotgun shells. Step 4. The sewers. Honestly, the hardest part of the sewers is right here. The rest of the sewers is pretty simple if you use a specific route. Firstly, I enter the save room, picking up shotgun and handgun ammo, and then making sure I have enough space to pick up all of the key items, but making sure I keep the magnum. Heading into the waterways, you'd think I'd go straight for the grenade launcher, but I'm actually going to skip the grenade launcher in the sewers, because it overcomplicates this area when it can be done very simply. I kill these two zombies on the floor with the magnum, head to the left, and dodge the gamma hunter, picking up the flame rounds on the way to the ladder. Entering the lab, I pick up the battery pack, a high-grade gunpowder, and the items from these lockers, which is an explosive A and a gunpowder, before heading back to the waterways. Upon picking up the battery pack, the hunters despawn, allowing me safe passage to the tunnel on the left, picking up some more shotgun shells. The hunters start to respawn on my way back to the ladder, but I can easily dodge them. Oh god. I place the battery pack on the door, head up the stairs, and I get jumped by a gamma hunter. I can just go to the left, however, open up this locked door, and retrieve the battery pack. I can safely wait here for the gamma to go back into the water before leaving this room. I can also dictate where the gamma spawns. It will always jump on the side that I am heading towards, so I walk towards the side that I don't need to go, and then run the other way. I enter the security room using the battery pack, and pick up another hip pouch, as well as some more high-grade gunpowder and another explosive A, before leaving the security room. But I forgot the battery pack, so back up the ladder I go, dodge the gamma hunter once again, retrieve the battery pack, and like I said, the sewers is that easy. Step 5. The Nemesis 1 boss fight. You might not think it, but this boss fight is almost as easy as the sewers. Almost. Reaching the top of the ladder, I skip the Nemesis cutscene, dodge this zombie and enter the demolition site. There is an explosive A in the storage room, so I grab that and head up the stairs, where there are more zombies awaiting.
Oh, that looks closer and closer every time I do it, man. I'm gonna have to start shotgunning him.
That dodge is honestly the only part of the demolition site that's scary. A little bit of parkour later, I end up on the upper floor of the demolition site, where I make sure I have all of the items for the upcoming boss fight, which isn't very much at all. I open up by using the magnum to stun Nemesis, throw a grenade to deal 30% of his HP, and then finish off phase 1 with a single handgun bullet. Phase 2 is just as simple. I pick up the ammo located on the rooftop, throw 2 grenades at his feet when he's finished standing up, and 1 magnum round to the chest will do the trick. Step 6. Return to the subway, again. With the first boss fight out of the way, I need to return to the subway once more. The first obstacle is reaching the gun shop, which is protected by a boatload of zombies. I can shoot them all once though and lure them towards this big red barrel, taking most of them out with a single shot. I finish off the 2 tentacle zombies with the handgun, and this area is now completely safe. I can then jump off the fire truck and head down to the RPG car park, which has a box containing a high-grade gunpowder. Once I've picked it up, I can go to the gun shop, picking up the all-important shotgun upgrade. With the gate key acquired, I use the item box to sort out my inventory, and make sure I have the all-important flashbang for the upcoming area. Entering the alley, I stun this zombie with the shotgun, allowing me to run into the house safely, and stun the zombie inside the house with the handgun, and kill it easily. Then I just need to go upstairs, open up the locked box containing some grenade rounds before running away from Nemesis in the alleyway. I'm dead. Now that was close. Usually every enemy in the alleyway apart from the very last tentacle zombie will be stunned by the flashbang. And that was true, every enemy was stunned apart from the big giant nemesis with a rocket launcher. 9 times out of 10 that would be GG, game over, back to the beginning. But I somehow managed to scrape through. The last part of the entire downtown is to dodge the giant Charlie doll head, avoid Nemesis's rocket launcher one more time, and meet up with Carlos in the subway. Step 7. The RPD. With the downtown completed and the train crashed, I take control of Carlos in the RPD. Another fairly easy segment, as long as I implement the correct strategies. I spawn in Brad and then turn around and go down the stairs to the guard room, where I pick up Brad's ID card. Back up the stairs, stun Brad with the assault rifle and run into the RPD. I watch the cutscene with Tyrell and head to the reception, where I use Brad's ID card for the first time to acquire the scope. This attachment is vital for the assault rifle, making it way more accurate. Heading through the hallways, I stun this zombie in the legs with the assault rifle and get stunned by the door, but I can cancel out of it quickly by using Carlos's melee attack. I grab the flashbang from the operations room and then head to the west central passage, where there is a bunch of enemies that need to be killed.
So yeah, if anyone does want to join, Discord. Look at this.
With the west central passage cleared, I head to the west office to grab a few pieces of ammunition and a hip pouch, before heading to the photo development room to collect even more ammo. I then head to the 3rd floor, killing 2 zombies along the way, picking up the key to the armory and opening up the DCM locker for more assault rifle ammo. And if you've not guessed it, I am going to need every single bullet on Inferno Difficulty. Heading back to the ground floor, I walk to the armory to avoid getting detected by the lickers. I can then safely open the door and open up all of the lockers using the codes 104, 106 and 109. Before picking up the battery, I kill this zombie on the floor, so it makes dodging Brad in this room much easier. I can then pick up all of the items, wait for Brad to enter the armory and go past him on the right side. I can then walk out of this room safely, not triggering the lickers once again. I then head to the men's locker room, use the code CAP and pick up another flashbang before blowing up the wall. I use the flash on all but one of the zombies, punch the zombie that doesn't get stunned and run as fast as I can to the STARS office. I can then pick up all of the ammo from the room, and that is the end of step 7. Step 8. The Nemesis 2 boss fight. I regain control of Jill after the train crash, into the save room and make sure I have everything for the upcoming boss fight, as well as finally picking up the grenade launcher.
I meant to save that or whatever.
Step 9. The hospital. This is probably the largest hard segment after the second half of Downtown, but once I take it slow and steady, it will be mostly okay. I leave Jill in the safe room and encounter a licker, which again, I can just walk past. Onto the emergency entrance that has 5 zombies, I can take them out safely by standing in the doorway and taking shots at their head with the assault rifle. The last zombie won't activate unless I get too close, so I shoot it 8 times in the head before it activates, preventing it from activating at all. Onto the rooftop where I kill another zombie that won't activate till later, and then drop down into the courtyard, picking up both the tactical grip for the assault rifle and also the locker room key. I can then head back up the stairs and into the staff room, killing 3 more zombies before they activate, and then grabbing the flash grenade and the key card from the locker room. Now this is where it starts to get spicy in the hospital. The hunters begin to spawn. The first hunter, however, very easy. If I just run past it looking up, it can never hit me. There is a second hunter in the hallway, which I de-aggro by going into the save room, picking up the ammunition and walking out. Just like the zombies in the emergency exit, I can stand in the doorway and take shots at the hunter with the assault rifle till it eventually dies. Into the nurse's station, which contains a licker, but this one likes to stand right in the way of where I need to go. So this time I walk close enough to aggro the licker and lure it out of the tight space. I can then walk around it using the chairs in the middle of the room and unlock the safe using the code 93 and then leave the room using the keycard. Onto the observation corridor, which has a pale head, and that can easily be killed by spamming assault rifle into its head, and then it's time for the worst part of the hospital and one of the hardest parts of the run, the double hunter room. I opted for the strategy of throwing a grenade through the door when I first open it to reduce both of the hunters to 30% HP. The one close to the door will then come through and I can finish it off with the assault rifle. I then realised the second hunter didn't take any damage from the grenade, meaning killing it with the assault rifle would take way too much valuable ammunition, so I opted for a different strategy. Now that was a close call with that hunter, but with the worst part of the hospital completed, I can start making my way back to the lab, heading into the operation room and picking up a bunch of ammunition, using a flashbang to escape easily and then gaining access to the lab using the voice recording. I grab the ammo in the lab along with the vaccine sample and head back to Jill, flashing the hunter that's chasing me. The last part of the hospital is the siege section, which is a lot harder on the Inferno difficulty on maximum adaptive difficulty compared to the other difficulties.
I panicked and I fucking threw it early. Thank God it worked though.
Step 10. The underground storage. Regaining control of Jill, I grab the burst fire handgun, which I definitely have left behind on a few speedruns before. I sort out my inventory before walking past the licker, quietly unlocking the door on the way to the underground storage. The walkway contains a pale head, which I lure to the door and then run around it using the pillar in the middle of the room. I can then use the elevators to bring me to the office. I use the item box in the office to make enough space for the upcoming items, mainly the 3 fuses, pick up the hip pouch and then drop into the main warehouse. I opt to kill the pale head early because it's a bit safer and it has a little bit better visibility with the lights on. I can then cause the power cut by heading towards the lift. Up another elevator I go, and I collect the first of the 3 fuses. This is where I wanted to save the flame round for, this Gamma Hunter. The flame round makes it super safe, but a mine grenade works just fine. I go through the 2 stuns and dodge the zombie before heading through the gap, and I then call the elevator down, revealing a storage box which has one of the best upgrades in the game, the shotgun shell holder, allowing me to reload 2 shotgun shells at once instead of 1. Back up the elevator and down into the containment area, picking up the second fuse and dodging to the ladder, skipping the dogs and the Gamma Hunter ambush. Entering the small storage room, I need to use a couple of mine rounds and the shotgun to kill the palehead. Down the ladder I go to collect the last fuse and dodging the hunter that ambushes me. I can then head back to where I need to use the fuse, killing the 3 zombies that spawn with a couple of grenades. Reaching the top of the elevator, I grab the extended barrel for the Magnum, read the unfinished activity log, and rearrange the inventory. Step 11. The Nest. Coming to the home stretch, I enter the nest. Surprisingly, this is another easy-ish section with only one tricky bit, the room with the 5 hunters, right at the end of the nest. Before that section though, I go into the save room to get a high-grade gunpowder and some handgun ammo, and then make my way up the stairs, killing a zombie with the shotgun and a palehead with a single magnum shot to the head. I can then enter the experiment room, picking up another high-grade gunpowder and the override key, needed to exit this area. I head back down the stairs, use the override key, shoot the guy on the floor once with the shotgun, preventing him from turning into a tentacle head, and then heading up the stairs, killing another palehead that is blocking the way. There is a stationary palehead downstairs that can be sniped from complete safety up here, and one more palehead that tries to chase me up the stairs, but it's no match for my magnum. Entering lab 1, I kill a zombie that's sleeping on the floor, and then collect the antigen sample. Back downstairs, I pick up another high-grade gunpowder and an explosive A, before going into the next room, killing the palehead with the magnum before it turns into a tentacle head, and then picking up the acid rounds from this locked box. Around the corner I go, I pick up the first explosive B this late into the run, which is needed to make acid rounds for the hunter fight. Into the server room, and I need to restore the power to the incubation room, by pushing this giant battery into the wall. Through the incubation room, up the lift, and to the walkway outside the second lab, where I need to kill 4 more enemies, 2 paleheads and 2 tentacle head zombies. Once they are all taken care of, I pick up the adjuvulant sample as well as all of the ammunition and most importantly the explosive B from the box. With the vaccine sample complete, I can make my way back to the experiment lab, but before I do that, there's one more obstacle in my way, the hunters in the incubation room.
Okay, I should have more than enough explosives anyway. That's a bit of a peachy trap, but it works.
With the last of the enemies killed on the nest, I can go back to the experiment room to create the vaccine. Step 12, Nemesis 3. Making sure I have all of the ammo I need, I take a deep breath and enter the Nemesis 3 fight.
Didn't hurt me, by the way, I'm just saying. What the fuck?
Final step, Nemesis 4.
Come on! W key, W key, W key. It's not over yet, guys. I can still miss the shot on Nikolai. Did I take damage? No, I didn't take any damage. Nice. Come on. Come on. Dum, 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 dum. Easy run, to be fair. Easy run. Easy run. Easy run.
Well, the run wasn't as easy as I was saying on stream. I did fail a few runs, and I'm going to show you a couple of the clips right now before I show you the final shot.
I'm here, I think. You know what? If I do this. This isn't good. Wait, what? Did I not take his leg off then? Pip right off, you absolute slag, man. Off, you piece of shit. Alright, one more. Oh, piss off. That was a scam. Fuck this. Oh, they body blocked me, bro. Oh, this game's so dog. Okay, I do not condone calling your wife an oaf, because that's how you end the run. Oh, I'm so fucking dead. Fuck off, bro! Why do I do this to myself, man? Oh! Didn't even see her. Oh, of course. Of course.
Power sources remaining.
Go ahead! I'm gonna put you right back on your ass.
Oh, this game, dude. Bloody hell, Freehand Gaming with a 10 gifted subaroos on the YouTube. I need to make sure I don't f it. Ooh. I've not practiced this, guys. I've not practiced this. Come on! Ooh. Come on. Easy clap.
I told you I couldn't leave you in a car.
Under an hour and a half. I'll take that, I'll take that. Resident Evil 3 Remake, Inferno Difficulty, no save, no damage.